Alright, so I'm going to work on another question. This is going to be reconstruct a 2-row binary matrix, LeetCode 1253. Just wait a few seconds to make sure my audio is working. 2-row binary matrix. Okay. Alright, let's get it going. Just make sure I have everything in order before I begin. I think I'm good to go. Yeah, pop the chat out. And so I have that ready. Yeah, yes. Alright, let's do it. Let's do this. So here we go. Alright. Reconstruct a 2-row binary matrix. Given the following details of a matrix n with n columns and 2 rows, the matrix is a binary matrix, which means each element in the matrix can be a 0 or 1. The sum of elements of the 0th upper row is given as upper. The sum of elements of the first lower row is given as lower. The sum of elements in the ith column, 0 indexed is column, colsum. Oh, colsum. Okay. I was going to say column. That's how you spell column. Colsum I, where colsum is given as an integer array with length n. Okay, so it could be 0, 1, or 2, right? Are the only sums you can have. Task is to reconstruct the matrix with upper, lower, and colsum. Return it as a 2D integer array. If there are more than one valid solution, any of them will be accepted. If no valid solution exists, return an empty 2D array. Oh, this is an interesting question. Whoa. Column sum is 100,000. Column sum length is 100,000. Upper and lower are less than or equal to column sum length. And the column sum is going to be 0, 1, or 2. Wow. It's a pretty low submission rate and relatively low acceptance rate on the lower side. So I think this is going to be a harder question. This is definitely one of the harder ones. I don't know the answer immediately. I have to think about it. This is a good question, though. This is definitely a tough one. It's got to be linear rhythmic or better, roughly linear rhythmic or better. And it's not obvious how to do this. So this upper and lower lets me know how many bits are available. Column sum values of 2 or 0 are, it's very clear what's going to happen. It's going to be just either 2 1s or 2 0s in both columns. It gets interesting around the 1s. So around the 1s, I can choose one or the other. I think probably the easiest way to do this is to just place the one for upper, one for lower, one for upper, one for lower. Whichever one has more upper or lower values, that's where I'm going to place it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, and then obviously take a difference from, subtract from upper and lower the number of times you see 2s before I do anything else. So here I see 2s 1, 2, 3 times. There's 2 upper, 2 lower. I'm going to put a 1 upper, 1 lower, 1 upper, 1 lower. Done. Right? That's an easy solution, easy way to do this. So this is not too bad. One issue here is how do I know it's not possible? Right? When is it not possible? I think it's not possible if the sum of 1s is greater than or equal to the leftover after I take this sum of the upper and lower and subtract the number of 2s that I see. Or actually, let's do it this way. The upper and lower, okay. It's a little confusing. So I think I can subtract the 2s from the upper and lower. Is it just that the column sum of the column sum just has to be equal to the upper and lower? I think that's fine. It doesn't actually matter what the 2s are, because if I say there are 2s, right, that I need, and then I subtract those appropriately, then I'm just comparing the 1s to the sum anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, it's just sum has to be equal. That's all. So here you have 5, and the sum is not 5. It's 4, 5, 6. I think that it has to be exactly equal too, because if this column sum is smaller, then I have too many. Yes, it has to be exactly equal, right? So this 3 is equal to 3. Yeah, so that's the only way to. That's the only thing I need to check. So you could do it that way. Let's do that. So int total, call sum total 0. const int x and call sum. We're going to say call sum total plus equals x. We're going to say if upper plus lower is not equal to call sum total. Then I'm going to put more things in here, I think. Then return empty 2D array. Okay. The next issue is, let's do m2s. So m2s plus equals x equals 2. And we're going to say upper minus equals m2s, lower minus equals m2s. And we're going to construct the array here. Actually could do it more easily, so than that. Const bool m2. I think maybe I want do I want to set the 2s and the 0s? I could set them all at once, you know, I could do everything at once. Keep it simple. I could do everything at once. Let's do it all together. So this is going to be a little bit confusing. How am I going to do this? I'm going to allocate the memory directly, actually. Okay. There are a few things I want to do. I don't need this one, actually. I don't need that at all. Ooh, I'll explain what I'm going to do. I'll explain. There's a way I could do this. It's not bad at all. Okay. And by explain, I mean it should be kind of obvious, not obvious, but hopefully it makes sense what I'm going to do here. Okay, so I'm going to have the result. We're going to use n vectors of size 2, and they're going to be empty initially, right? And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say I'm going to use these. So what I'm going to do is say if x is 0, right? Then I'm going to take result.pushback 0, 0, right? Else if x is 1. So maybe I should use a switch statement, actually. 0, case 1, case 2. Break. Okay, here we go. All right, so it's very simple for 1 and 2. Just build it that way. And take upper, decrement by 1, and lower, decrement by 1. Okay. Case 1 is where it gets interesting, right? And if either of these, in both cases, I think you could do an if statement here, just in all cases, or yeah, in all cases, if upper is less than 0 or lower is less than 0, then return an empty, right? This can happen, shouldn't happen, but can happen. So I just need to throw that if statement in there to handle the case where we basically we have a mismatch with the number of, and same thing here, if upper is greater than 0 or lower is greater than 0. Same thing on the other side. It could be you run out of bits or you have too many bits, something like that. It should be both should be equal to 0. Yeah, this will terminate early too. Don't have to keep going. And this is just going to be if lower is less than upper, and then otherwise go the other way. So I don't know if there's an easy way to modify, not use this if statement, I think it's probably fine this way. So it's going to be if lower is less than upper. I'm going to say the upper one is is 0. It's the first one. The first one is upper. So if the first one is upper, let's do lower greater than upper. That's easier. The first one is let's do the other way around. Let's do upper greater than lower. Upper is greater than lower. Then I want to put the bit in upper, and I'm going to decrement from upper. Right? Other way around if it's the other direction. Yeah, and that should be fine. There's like symmetry involved where this should kind of work fine. Something along these lines I think is the way to go. How much time did I take? 10 minutes. Would have been better if I did it like a little bit faster. I kind of figured that out very quickly. It seemed to have got this wrong, huh? Oh, excuse me. Oh, I see. I did this wrong. Okay. It's actually size 2 and n. Okay. Almost had it. It's supposed to be this way around, right? Okay. And size 2 and n, and it's going to be not pushing back these now. It's going to be result of 0 and result of 1. Of I. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing. Okay. It's more like this. Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Same idea. It's just a little bit less clear what's going on. This one's 1 0. The other one is 0 1. Yeah, I don't really like this the way that I'm doing it here. It's probably fine. Probably should be. Something like this. Try that again. How am I doing on time? 12:40. Okay, wrong. Oh, empty. Okay. Yeah, got it. So, I mean, that's confusing, but I think it makes sense if it's just empty. It's just well, shouldn't it have 2 empty? 2 rows that are both empty. Totally empty, so they don't even exist. So just no elements at all. All right, that's fine. I mean, just an empty vector. Empty 2D array. I did return an empty 2D array. That's actually incorrect. It's poorly written. That was a 2D array that was empty, but whatever, I guess. Oh, maybe it's not empty 2D. I don't know. I don't know how to express that exactly. Just empty. Something or other that's empty. All right, let's do, I don't know. Let's do like 10, 10, and 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10? Yeah, let's do like another. Let's just copy this thing. Why not? Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think it's correct. I kind of just want to submit it and go for it. I didn't test it very much. I don't want to generate the test cases. I'm going to go for it. See how I do. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I think it's okay. I didn't think about all the things that could be wrong here. Oh, got it. All right, not bad. Not a great time for the solution, but it was pretty quick for me to program it. Let's submit it 4 times and then go on to the next question. I don't know how I can make this like faster. This is basically linear time. Maybe you could do these calculations beforehand, or I could do it beforehand instead of doing it on the fly. But I mean, this is reasonable. Not crazy, not crazy efficient, But oh, there we go, 90%. Yeah, 90% is pretty good. That's reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. 1, 2. Yeah, so 90% is okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, again, I don't want to spend too much time thinking about most of these questions. I don't want to spend that much time thinking about them, quite frankly. All right, so that's pretty good. If you like the stream, if you like this sort of thing, give the video a like. And I'm gonna give the video a like and subscribe for more. I'm going to stop here and restart on a new question and keep going.